with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories. Take me by the hand, let's forget our plans. Dreams are all we have. I wouldn't have it any other way. Ooh, I'm making memories with you. All of the stupid things we do. We may be young, but we are wild and free, making memories. Take me by the hand, let's forget our plans. Dreams are all we have. I wouldn't have it any other way. When the sun goes down here
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the EDHEC Celebration of the classes of 2020 and 2021. My name is Sébastien Diohed, and I am the Director of Student Affairs Business Management track.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gargana Gincheva. I'm Professor of Marketing, and I'm the Director of Business Management track.
We are thrilled and honored to welcome you today on our beautiful and sunny Lille campus. We are also delighted to share the event with your friends and families for the first time, as the event is being streamed online. The ceremony will be held in English, but translation kits are available to all guests. Si vous désirez un casque de traduction, merci de vous signaler à une de nos hôtesses. No need to worry about taking photos. We have professional photographers who will be taking photos throughout the event, and they will make their photos available to you at the end of the ceremony. Ne vous préoccupez pas de prendre des photos, notre photographe mettra les siennes à votre disposition à la fin de la cérémonie.
A very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of all the professors and staff who have been sharing 1, 2, 3, or 4 EDHEC years, I wish to tell you how proud we are to welcome you today and to see all this excitement from our families as well. In a few seconds, we will call on stage a number of people who have played a key role at EDHEC to say a few words. We will also single out a few students who especially stood out academically or through the impact, engagement, or innovation they have demonstrating during their studies. And then we will, of course, be delighted to share a cocktail with you. Now, let the ceremony begin.
Without further ado, I have the honor to invite on stage Professor Emmanuel Mété, Dean of EDHEC Business School.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear professors, my dear colleagues, dear EDHEC staff members, dear alumni, I know we have someone in this room who graduated at EDHEC in the early 60s. Yeah? Whose granddaughter is going to graduate today? Yes, dear family, dear students, I am delighted and I'm proud to welcome you today to our, as it was said, our beautiful and sunny Lille campus. I know that some of you have been traveling probably from quite remote countries, destinations, so welcome to all of you. It's great to have you on board. A graduation ceremony is always a moving occasion. It's very emotional. It's a moment when one generation hands over the reins to the next. It's a rite of passage. It's a moment when there is a very interesting dialogue between the past and the future. So let me talk about the past, about our and your heritage. I mean, as you know, EDHEC is a non-for-profit organization which was created here in the north of France in 1906. And while I was preparing this graduation ceremony, I asked the EDHEC Alumni Association to find out in the EDHEC alumni database who is the EDHEC graduate, the oldest EDHEC graduate still alive today. And we found someone, Jacques Carpentier. Please. Jacques was born on June 16, 1918, at the end of the First World War. He was sitting in your shoes, dear students, in 1938. He graduated in 1938. So it means that Jacques is now 103 years old. He's doing well, by the way. He lives very close to this campus. He graduated right before the Second World War, at a time when the class size was 30 students. No female, so a very small school in the north of France. So if you compare to what your school has become today, I mean 9,000 students coming from all over the world, 150 faculty members coming from all over the world, 5 campuses in France, in Lille, in Nice, in Paris, but also in London, in Singapore, 50,000 alumni. This is your heritage. So now you have to cherish it and you have to grow it further. This will be your duty. Try to imagine where you will be in 30 years from now. Try to imagine what your school will be from 20 or 30 years from now. Let's talk now about the future that you incarnate today. Talking about the future is not very easy, especially in the world in which we are today. Of course, it's a world that is full of opportunities for you, but it's also full of challenges. And you name them. It's impossible for me not to mention the war in Ukraine, just on the other side of Europe. It's impossible not to mention climate change. I'm sure you have read the last IPCC report. It's impossible not to talk about social justice. I am sure you know that 70% of the people worldwide live with less than $10 a day. It's impossible not to talk about instability. In 2020, the number of refugees worldwide amounted to 82 million people. It's the size of the population of a country like Germany. As I told you, you name them. Last but not least, the pandemic, the COVID, that we all had to face over the past 2 years. So yes, the world is exciting. The future is probably full of opportunities, but also full of challenges. And you will have to build a new world, literally. You will have to address these challenges. It's your responsibility. And when I see you, I feel reassured. Talking about the COVID, I mean, when I see how we collectively, as an EDHEC community, reacted to the pandemic over the last 2 years, I think we did well. We probably could have done better, but we did well. All the stakeholders of the EDHEC community reacted in a very high quality to the pandemic. The students, I mean you. Whereas you were not the main target, let's say, of the virus, you accepted to go under lockdown, you accepted to restrict your social life, you accepted to attend classes online from your room, from your home parents. I mean, it was a nice gesture of solidarity, and it's something for which you have to be mentioned. The professors, my colleagues, who had to move their courses online overnight. And once they have been back on campus, they had to teach with a mask for more than 1 year, teaching with a mask. The staff of the school, which gave support to each of you, professors, students, in order to make it happen, to make it possible, despite the crisis. The alumni, we launched an emergency fund to end the students that were impacted by the crisis, by the COVID. And a lot of alumni, they gave time, they gave money, they gave jobs, they gave interns, they contributed. Nice solidarity as well. Parents as well contributed Lastly, the governance of the school. I mean, despite the crisis, and when the crisis started, we have decided jointly with the Board of Governors, with the President, Bruno de Pamplonne, we have decided to stick to our strategy, to stick to our vision, whatever would happen. We have decided to deal with the COVID, but also just to stick to our plan, which is entitled, as you know, EDHEC for Future Generations. And as a result, today, I am happy, pleased, to share with you some good news about things that the school, we all together, have accomplished over the last 2 years. I would like to say that the professors in 2021 have published more than 100 scientific articles, more than ever, despite the crisis. We have launched a research center on climate finance, and we have launched a communication campaign on greenwashing in finance. We want EDHEC to have an impact and to help the finance industry to change and to comply with climate change. We have opened a new campus close to this one, thanks to the financial support of the Arnaud family, which is originating from the north of France, the owner of LVMH. We have managed to get the accreditation from the French government for all of the MSc programs, all of the master's programs, which is a strong signal of excellence from the school. We have opened a new branch in the US, EDHEC America. Every year now we have 200 students in California, thanks to our partnership with UCLA and Berkeley. And last but not least, we have decided to invest even more in inclusion and social diversity. Over the course of the 5 years of the plan, we'll invest 60 million euros to make sure that any kind of people who is talented will be able to attend EDHEC programs, whatever his or her financial situation. As a result, I am pleased to tell you that last December, we entered in the top 10 of the European Business School ranking by the Financial Times. It's our best ranking ever in this ranking. I am fortunate enough to be the guy who shares this news with you, but of course it's by far a collective result from, once again, all the EDHEC community. In conclusion, I would like first to warmly congratulate you on your learning journey at EDHEC. I would like to wish you the best for your future life. And I would like to leave you with a quote from the French philosopher Alain. Pessimism is mood, optimism is will. Bonne journée and see you soon.
And now, I'm delighted to welcome on stage Professor Michel Sisto, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Director of the Grande Ecole Program and MSCs.
Thank you, Sebastian. And it's an absolute joy to be here with all of you. And those of us who are following at a distance, delighted to have you. Sorry you can't be here on campus with us. Today, you are feeling the camaraderie of being part of the class of 2020 and 2021 of EDHEC. But you are also feeling the camaraderie that will last a lifetime of being the class of 2020 and 2021 worldwide, with your shared experience of students all over the world who finished their studies and launched their career in the time of a global pandemic. During this time, you had to show great agility and resilience. You adapted where you were living. As a parent myself, I had 2 daughters in master's programs finishing 2021. And like your parents, I may have found you back at home with the joy and the challenge that posed for you. And like your parents, I understand how difficult it was for you to go off and search your careers in this situation, but yet you have succeeded, and you're here today, and your careers have been launched all over the world. And to do that, and to accomplish that, you can thank your own talents and your own tenacity. But you also can take a moment, and I would like to ask all of you in the room to rise, and those of you who are at a distance to turn to your families, if you're with them, and express your gratitude and appreciation for those who accompanied you on this journey. Thank you. Graduates, you are a group of internationally minded and intellectually talented and socially conscious young professionals. During your time at EDHEC, each of you contributed your own unique gifts to the school and to our learning community. One of my favorite quotes that's attributed to Picasso is that the meaning of life is to discover your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. So our hope for you is that you will be very generous with your gifts in the years to come. Within this room today, we have graduates from our Master in Management Grande Ecole program. We have graduates from our MSc programs, and we also have a number of graduates who opted to, in parallel to their studies, take on double degrees with some prestigious institutions, both in France and abroad. We have students who studied, in addition to management, il n'a pas badgé à l'heure, who studied not only management, but also law, engineering, mathematics, climate change, human resources, and other topics. So at this time, could all students in the room who studied a double degree with another institution please rise so we can acknowledge your accomplishment? Please stand up. Now I'd like to ask all of our graduates to take a moment to reflect back on your academic experience at EDHEC. There's no doubt a professor that marked your experience in some way. It may have been that professor, through her deep knowledge of her area and her passion, gave you contagious enthusiasm. It may be a professor who opened your eyes to a new field and may have opened the door to the professional path on which you are now launched. It may be a professor who, through charisma and storytelling, was able to convey complex notions in a memorable way. It may be that professor who coached you in consulting and other areas outside your classroom time. It may be just that professor who, through his or her philosophy of learning and of life, inspired you. At this time, I'd like to call several professors who played a key role, your MSc directors, to join me on stage. So first, Professor Peter Daly, please come up. Professor Bastien van der Linden. Professor Isabelle Sequeira. Professor Michel Philippard. And Professor Christine Kwan. And on behalf of our international outgoing students, Professor Martin Junste. And now, may I ask all professors present to please join on stage. Come on up. And it is not only the professors who are part of your experience. At EDHEC, we have large teams of people who are working every day to provide the rich student life to which our students benefit, as well as development in their careers and all those working behind the scenes. May I ask the entire group of faculty and staff who are present, please come on the stage. Now, what all of these people have in common is that they are all doing what they love and value, and that is to contribute to the education and development of our future generations. We hope for each of you that you will find a mission in your careers that will be aligned in your values in the same way. And on behalf of our staff and faculty, I'd like to invite Mrs. Florence da Costa to address a few words.
Thank you. Today, in front of you, my colleagues and I are feeling strong, proud, and happy. Strong because we know that even during terrific times, all together, we can make miracles. The world is yours. Proud? Proud of your success, proud of who you are, proud of the EDHEC rankings, and happy to be here with you all. When I remember some sentences I said so many times just a few months ago, it seems to be a long time. Remember, stay at home but not alone. I know, I'm a sort of poet. On ne lâche rien, and the famous. We suffer together, we win together. Today, it's it's time to celebrate, and we all want to thank you. My dear EDHEC, je vous adore.
Thank you very much. Let's now move on to the EDHEC Student Engagement Awards. This last bit is for a bit later. At EDHEC, we are lucky to have students with a high level of engagement, both in the school and in society at large. All of them deserve praise, but we'd like to distinguish 2 alumni today whose impact has been particularly outstanding and who represent the school's values: innovation, impact, and engagement. To give them their awards, I'm honored to welcome on stage 2 key people at EDHEC who together represent EDHEC's academic excellence and emphasis on student experience. Please welcome Benoît Arnaud, Dean of Programs, and Alexandre Caron, Director of Student Engagement. And now for the turn of the students, may I please ask Snail Singh and Chloé Ramirez to join us on stage. Thank you very much. Snail, you were a strategy organization and consulting student year 2020. You are being distinguished today for improving student experience through your role as class rep in Master 1 and MSc, and for playing a key role in improving the experience of international students at EDHEC. Please, Snail.
Okay, thank you, Sebastian. Namaste, hello, bonjour. It still feels unreal standing here. In 2017, when I joined EDHEC, I randomly said that I would be on the stage someday, and that day is here today. Thankfully, it's not in front of our discipline committee. Got really close to that a lot of times. On to some serious points. With a few years of experience and some raw goals, I landed at EDHEC having the dream to be the best. Like every business student, I knew which subjects I had to study, what researches I have to conduct, which industries I would have to follow, but still, something was missing. I would say maybe a proper vision for the road ahead, and that is what I'm most grateful for. EDHEC Business School gave me a clearer path to improve my personal and professional growth. From the prep sessions with counselors to individual one-on-one sessions with the consultants to learning pragmatically, hats off to EDHEC's curriculum. The most important thing which I learned in the past few years is that engagement means everything. Doesn't matter if it's your network, your friends, your critics. Without them, life is no fun. Looking behind, I really enjoyed meeting people from all over the world. Nothing beats knowing more about the stories, food, and life. I believe this part pushed me the most to engage more and more in the EDHEC community. Working as the student ambassador, auditing in affiliate programs, helping on LinkedIn, Unibuddy, it gave me utmost joy. hopefully that made a difference somewhere. If not, I think there's still time, there's always time. Finally, there were so many people that I could blindly put my faith in, like Madame Celine Marcy, Kathleen Bernard, the Florence da Costa, Juliette de Keister, Christine Kwan, Mr. Corsaris, the list goes on and on and on. All the brilliant professors at EDHEC over the course of 2 years gave us a reality check of how the world works, and I think that's what we need as business students. Finally, last but not the least, I dedicate this award to my parents who are hopefully watching this live, and my 2 dearest friends there who are making fun of me, pretty sure of that. Hail to the Bermuda Triangle. Thank you, namaste.
Thank you very much, Nihil. And I want to Chloe. Chloe, you are a Global and Sustainable Business student, year 2021. You are being distinguished today for taking a leading role in the community of your MSc and for embracing a successful career in the new and promising field of sustainability. You're now working at Schneider Electric, one of the top companies of sustainability in France.
Thank you. 2 minutes won't probably make it to thank everybody that actually had an impact in my student journey. So a big thank you to everybody, but I would like to thank especially EDHEC and Bastien for creating an MSc that enables students to really engage in sustainability. So thank you, Bastien. Of course, I would like to thank my mother, of course, because she actually shows great support throughout all my life, and because she showed me that everything was possible if you work hard enough. But more importantly, because I actually won an award 8 years ago, and I didn't thank her, and she was really upset. So I want to make it right this time, so thank you, Mom. And finally, I want to thank my partner, because he is my best supporter and my best friend, so thank you for that. As I won't have the opportunity to speak to so many people at the same time for a long time, I guess, I would like to emphasize on something that is close to my heart, the dynamic between power and responsibility. It is really important for me to speak about this topic because I did an MSc in global and sustainable business, so we need to be aligned on this topic. We are both graduates from a prestigious business school with probably some great wages ahead, and also the climate generation. Science is clear on how humanity has impacted climate change, and it's not based on physics, it's really based on economic choices. Money is power, and as a very wise uncle of a spider said once, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes, sorry, I had to quote Spider-Man on this. So today I would just remind everybody that we have the power to change things. We are also responsible for making the right decision. Traveling all over the world during the year and working for companies that are limiting our ability to live in this planet is not something that is still wishable, and we should take this experience at EDHEC and of what is happening in climate change to really change things. So thank you very much for this word. I'm a bit emotional. And I probably just forgot everything that I really wanted to say, but it's okay. Just thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You spoke with your heart. Thank you very much. If you would move to the center of the stage, and we'll take a photo together. Snail? Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Every year, EDHEC selects an alumna or an alumnus for her or his exceptional career. The sponsor and mentor this year is Bruno de Pamplonne, whose career has been exceptionally successful. He's now the chairman of Tikeo Investment Management, and he has also been extremely invested and engaged with EDHEC as chairman of our board of governors. He could not join us today, but he insisted on sending us an inspiring message for you all.
Bonjour à tous. Dear Emmanuel, dear professors, dear teachers, dear EDHEC staff, their parents, their audience, and above all their students, I really wish I could have been here with you today. COVID has kind of turned our life upside down for the last 2 years, and traveling has become slightly more challenging, I would say. So, finally, today is the day when you all receive your diplomas, the day when you enter a new stage in your life. Sincere congratulations, batch of 2020 and 2021. So, some of you might consider this new stage with optimism, others with impatience, and some may even be apprehensive. Whatever your emotion may be today, I assure you that this is a hell of an exciting time waiting for you. Looking back at the past has been quite fascinating to see the rapidity in which the pace of time has accelerated. The world is opening even more, with ecological, technological, sociological revolution multiplying in front of our eyes. And even if not all of them are for the best, this is clearly an exciting time. So time undoubtedly has accelerated significantly, and no doubt it will continue to do so. Today, you're the new kid around the blocks, you're the future, and that's good. See, it's kind of great for you. But you should not forget that tomorrow you'll be the past. And tomorrow is just around the corner, guy. So one of my advice to you all is, do not waste your precious time. Be insatiable. As Steve Jobs says once, do not let yourself be bound by your certainties. Do not let failures get you down. It will actually make you much stronger. Oscar Wilde put it in a different way. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterwards. So always aim for the best. Aim for excellence. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit corny, but it's true. Really aim for excellence. But above all, do not forget as well that there is no success without respect. Respect for your environment, respect for our planet, for your teammates, for your friends, for your family, and don't forget, for yourself as well. Be creative, challenge yourself, and always ask yourself the good questions in life. You know, once a reporter asked Oscar Wilde what his answer would be to the unbearable existential questions that any man or woman would ask himself or herself. Who am I? Where do I come from? And where do I go? Oscar Wilde had this great answer, which is, my name is Oscar, I come from down the streets, and I'm going to the pub for a beer. So I'm stating this anecdote before you to tell you that sometimes the simplest of all answers are the best for the most complex problems. So ask yourself the good questions and make sure you take on the challenge to seek the right answers. Always be curious, be eager to learn. Today we live in a society defined by unlimited access to information. So your biggest challenge is not this access to information. You're bombarded with it. Your biggest challenge is to process it, to make sure you act, you take decisions based on the right one. Do not let yourself be manipulated by others. Form your own will, your own personality. Remember also this quote from Pierre Giorgini. Pierre Giorgini was the dean of the Catholic University in Lille. When I know, I share. When I don't know, I ask. Pretty simple. And do not only ask Google, please. And Galileo take it a step forward when he said, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. So remember that. Be modest. However successful you are, remember that you don't know that much anyway. Be conscious of the fact that it's not what we say which is important, but rather how the other understands it. So be explorative, be curious, or once again, as Steve Jobs puts it, be crazy. We're living here with a complicated world, and this world can sometimes be harsh, even dangerous, certainly challenging, but it's also an exciting one and full of opportunities. And this world needs to be reinvented, and that should be your mission of all of you to do so. And this world that you're set to explore may probably, and has already, experience continuous disruptions. Creative destruction, as Schumpeter predicted. The sector of today are called fintech, medtech, biotech, proptech, agrotech, and so on. The currency of tomorrow may not be the dollar or the euro or the ruble or the pound, but very well the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, and other BNB. And all these disruptions have already started to change our way of lives. So you know, Bill Gates 20 years ago was saying that we'll still need banking, but we might not need banks. I left banking actually 15 years ago, so for once I probably got my timing right. But we see that today. So here again, my recommendation for you is to keep being curious. Go all over the world and meet other culture. Explore the new way of life, explore new technology, construct your own experience. Irrespective of whether they are rewarding or disappointing, they will always be enlightening and useful. Believe. Always believe in your future, in your potential, and believe in yourself. Lastly, I would like to share this very well-known motto which goes, unity creates strength. L'union fait la force. Together we are strong. We stand strong in our family, stronger in our businesses, stronger in our community. And I hope the EDHEC community, to whom we all belong, will allow us to be stronger, for sure, and above all, better. So I would like to conclude by wishing you all every happiness in your personal life and the best of success in your professional life, but also the best of success in your personal life and every happiness in your professional life. So now, batches of 2020, 2021, seize your path and just do it. Thanks a lot.
Academic excellence is at the heart of our EDHEC philosophy. You might remember a famous sentence we have been repeating several times, les notes comptent, grades count. Professors, we're lucky to have students committed to learn when you're in the classroom. This is our best professional reward. And I can confess, as a professor, I'm so lucky and happy and proud when I see an assignment deserving 20 out of 20 grade. All of our students deserve to be applauded for their academic excellence. You graduate today. But we would like to distinguish some of you today who have demonstrated an outstanding academic performance in their respective specializations, the MSc. Jungle. Let's start with the Best Students Award from the MSc in Management Studies. To give the awards, I'm honored to welcome on stage Professor Peter Daly, the Director of the MSc in Management Studies. And the Best Students of Class of 2020 is Karen Blandon Salcedo. She couldn't join us, but she is watching the streaming from Canada. Now I call on stage Capucine Marie, who is present and who is the best student of 2021 class. Please. Now I call on stage Professor Bastian van der Linden, Director of the MSc in Global and Sustainable Business. And the two best students are Alexandre Familiari, class of 2020. Please join us on stage. And Kalia Charon, class of 2021. Please join us on stage. Bravo. It's time to welcome on stage Professor Isabelle Sequeira, who is the Director of the MSc in Creative Business and Social Innovation. And you, Isabelle, two best students are Celia Tank, class of 2020. I'm not sure Celia could join us, but she's watching the ceremony online. And Anaïs Duet, who is here, class of 2021. Congratulations. As you know, EDHEC offers many international academic exchanges for our students, and some of them have been abroad for their full M2 year. And I'm calling on stage Professor Martin Jungst to deliver the award for the best exchange students, who is Pierre Le Egara, class of 2020. Please join us on stage. And finally, let me call on stage Professor Michel Philippard and Professor Christine Kwan, directors of MSc in Strategy, Consulting and Digital Transformation. And your best students are Zachary Kane, class of 2020, who couldn't join us, but we can applaud him, and Cynthia Albanese, class of 2021. Same, she couldn't join us, but big applause for her as well. Please move for the picture, group together.
Being part of EDHEC alumni also means entering traditions, sharing aspirations and commitments, and embracing values as well. These are all summarized in a key document for EDHEC, the Pledge of Loyalty, a copy of which is in your bags. This document is the symbol of your degree and of the core values that the school would like you to remember and personify. The pledge will be read by students themselves in recognition of their engagement and exemplary behavior at EDHEC, I call on stage Chloé Géré and Elie Ndinda, both former presidents of EDHEC's Student Association.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry, Mr. Jared, I know we're on a tight schedule, but I would like to take 2 seconds to thank you all and be grateful for the amazing experience EDHEC has been and for all the amazing people I've met. And I hope that our paths will cross again. Thank you.
Now we are going to read the EDHEC Pledge of Loyalty. As a proud EDHEC graduate, I pledge that I will develop and use my knowledge and skills to make a positive, real impact on society. I will apply my curiosity, my capacity for boldness, and my entrepreneurial spirit to innovate and change practices for the better. I will seek to inspire others by acting with integrity and in a responsible and ethical manner.
I will use my EDHEC experience to promote new ways of living and working together in a climate of caring and trust, and which respects equality and inclusiveness. As an EDHEC graduate, I will apply the school's values of engagement, open-mindedness, and creativity to make the world around me a better place and to serve future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want my photo with you. I want my photo with you. Could we get a photo? We lost the photographer. Come forward. Thank you very much. Before we move on to the next and final step of the celebration, let's watch together a few highlights of some memorable moments of your EDHEC life.
And now we will start the long expected sequence. Everyone will be evaluated during this moment on stage. Parents, friends, are you ready to see our students parade on the catwalk? Let's start with the MSc in Management Studies. This specialization prepares our students for careers in management with a special focus on key relational, reflexive, and ethical dimensions of management. Graduates from this specialization acquire an expertise in the management and leadership of people and projects and enables them to transition into a managerial position. I call on stage Professor Peter Daly, the director of the MSc in Management Studies. And now I call on stage students from class 2020 to join us on stage. Ready for the picture? Congratulations! And now let's welcome all MSc in Management Studies class 2021. You stay, Peter. You stay. You stay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's now move to the MSc in Global and Sustainable Business. This MSc provides students with state-of-the-art competencies for generating profitable and sustainable business growth. The MSc in Global and Sustainable Business prepares students to build a healthy environment and an inclusive society by creating business solutions for tomorrow's economy. To welcome the graduates, I'm delighted to welcome on stage, he already is on stage, Professor Bastiaan van der Linden. And I call students of the class of 2020 to join us on stage. you very much. May I please ask students from the year 2021 to now join us on stage?
Business and social innovation. This specialization prepares our students for an international career in the creative economy, managing enterprises in the arts, culture, technology, or humanitarian sectors. Isabelle Sequeira, Professor Isabelle Sequeira, the director of the MSc, please join us on stage, and I call the class of 2020 to join us on stage. Class of 2020, join us on stage. in creative business and social innovation.
graduates. Now it's the turn of students in M2 Exchange and M2 Online. Every year, many of our students are selected to go and do their final year in one of EDHEC's international partners. We send students to over 100 prestigious destinations who share EDHEC's aim for excellence over the 5 continents. There, they acquire crucial academic skills while developing their international profile. With this group, we also invite on stage students who study the M2 Online, which EDHEC developed to give flexibility to students while enabling them to acquire the necessary competencies of the program. To welcome the graduates, it's my great pleasure to welcome on stage Professor Martin Jungst. And please, students, come forward to meet us on stage.
Now it's time to move to the MSc in Strategic Consulting and Digital Transformation. This specialization equips our graduates with management consulting skills and strategic thinking to deal with business realities and perspectives. The program prepares our students for a wide range of positions where critical thinking, intellectual agility, and multidisciplinary understanding of strategy-related issues are required. I call on stage Professor Christine Kwan and Professor Michel Philippard, the directors of the MSc in Strategic Consulting and Digital Transformation. And immediately I call on stage the class of 2020 of this MSc. Please join us on stage. 21 from the MSc in Strategy Consulting and Digital Transformation. Please join us on stage. Bravo. Many thanks to all professors, to all MSc directors, and of course, congratulations to our graduates once again. Bravo.
Now, the ceremony is coming to an end, but we have one final and important surprise for you. We now call on Mélanie Aquin to come up on stage to perform the ritual that will enable you to become EDHEC alumni forever.
Hi everyone, I am Mélanie Aquin. I graduated in 2000 from Programme Master Grande Ecole. Don't tell me it was a long time ago, I know. I work at Oracle and I am the proud Vice President of the EDHEC Alumni Board. And today it is my duty and pleasure to welcome you in the big family of EDHEC alumni. But I don't like the fact of closing because the story at EDHEC is just beginning for you. So let's open it towards your future, toward your imminent future of EDHEC graduate, and you will become a graduate, an EDHEC alumni forever. Yes, forever, because as you know, you've joined the EDHEC for Life community. We are a great community, and I'm going to check a little bit my note because I maybe let sleep a little bit. Yeah, we will be there at every step of your journey. You're probably wondering what it means. No more grades. No, at EDHEC Alumni, the grades don't count. We take everyone. Our mission, our three pillars of action are basically share, care, and dare. Share because all together we go further, because you can join in your local clubs, in your professional clubs. You can also join during our flagship events. And by the way, please log on the alumni website and register for the EDHEC Rendezvous on June 9th. A little bit of advertising there. It's a great party. We have fun. We also have a lot of discussion. And I have a message for Chloé Ramirez. I think it was the first program on stage. She said that she loved Spider-Man, I think. Chloe, there you will be able to have the conversation about how you can make an impact on sustainability and meet graduates from all their promotion. So please join us on June 9th. Care because we offer, we receive, and we enrich ourselves. That's basically what Alumni Connect's program is all about. And then dare to innovate by relying on the EDHEC entrepreneurship, under EDHEC entrepreneurs ecosystem, and continue to learn throughout your life with our lifelong learning program. So do not hesitate to reach out. We are cool, we are open, we already love you. So please connect with us and be proud to wear these cool colors high. So this ceremony is about to end. I was called a surprise. I don't know if I'm the best surprise, but whatever. Now comes, in the form of a rite of passage, the time to welcome you with great pleasure, but also solemnity, to the EDHEC Alumni Network. So I would like all graduates, and only graduates, to stand up. Wow, that's impressive. Woo! We are now going to make the rite of passage, and I'm talking about the turning tassels, the thing that was bothering you during 1 hour and a half. Anyway, which now symbolize your graduation. Please follow my 3 steps instruction so that the final picture looks absolutely fantastic. So, first, step 1, you have to wear the tassel on your right side. Okay, every graduate has the tassel on the right side. I'm looking, don't lose the hat. Great. Step 2, I'm now inviting you to turn slowly the tassel on the left side, from the right to the left. This is actually the symbol of your graduation. Wow. And that's not all. Step 3, we will count down all together with your families from 5 to 1 and say go. And when we all say go, you can throw your cap up in the air in unison to celebrate. Are you ready? Yes? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!